Go to Akron now, where the mayor wants to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire consultants to review the police department's use of force policy.
And that topic is being discussed tonight at council meeting. The move comes nearly 3 weeks after an Akron police officer shot and killed 15-year-old Jasmine Tucker. News 5's Bob Jones sat down with the mayor this afternoon and tells us what a city council member is speaking out, saying he's against this proposal.
So this isn't something we're running from. Nobody has to force us to do something. We want to take action on this.
Months before 15-year-old Jasmine Tucker was shot and killed by Akron police officer Devon Fields, Mayor Shammas Malik says discussions were underway on how the city would structure a use of force policy review.
This is what we are able to do. So I'm not interested in sitting and waiting for something else. I'm interested in what we as a city can do immediately today.
Under a plan by the mayor and two council members, about $640,000 would pay a law firm and a private police consulting group to review APD's use of force policy, programs, and practices. The team would include former U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch, and the consultants would ultimately make recommendations to the city on potential use of force changes. But the proposal needs city council approval, and there could be heated debate at a meeting tonight.
You can't agree to something this significant and this big just on my say-so alone, nor should you, right?
I think this is fiscally irresponsible.
Councilman Eric Garrett Sr. is against the idea of private consultants weighing in on use of force. He's calling for the Department of Justice to investigate the patterns and practices of APD.
Their findings would have to be implemented. They would implement those findings. These findings that this law firm, rubber stamped with Loretta Lynch's name on the top of it, would just be suggestions, and they would go on a shelf somewhere.
The mayor raised several concerns following the Thanksgiving night shooting caught on body camera of Jasmine Tucker, asking why Officer Fields used a rifle and why it took about 10 minutes for police to render aid. A gun was found zipped up in the boy's coat. Garrett has called for Fields to be fired.
I love my safety forces. I support my safety forces, but the bad actors need to be weeded out.
But the police union has said investigations will reveal what happened before the shooting and if the officer felt threatened before he fired, believing that Fields will be justified.
There's going to be both an internal investigative process and a BCI investigative process that I think will shed a lot more light on it.
The mayor will present legislation to use the private consultants at tonight's 6:30 council meeting. If approved, the review could take up to 6 months. In Akron, Bob Jones, News 5.